Beefs are one of the most talked about happenings in the Nigerian entertainment industry. They affect the celebrities who are involved, but also their fans who care passionately about their favorite artist. Most beefs are often expressed through diss tracks and social media rants by the artists trying to express dislike for their colleagues in the game directly or indirectly to their rivals. And sometimes they get physical against each other while making their statements. While some end up being resolved, others seem endless. In this video, we'll take you through the 11 biggest beefs in Afrobeats history. Hello there, I'm T-Code here for African Gleans. With so many episodes of music artists dissing each other through songs, words, or social media banters, let's check out the ugly, the bad, and the not so good beefs, starting from the oldest beefs you have long forgotten. In this video, we will be going as far back as the year 2000. The Plantation Boys diss.
Baby, don't you know that I really love you?
Former Nigerian pop group Plantation Boys were Nigerian hip-hop and R&B music group consisting of the trio of Two-Face Idibia, FaZe, and Blackface. The group enjoyed prominence between 2000 and 2004 before finally splitting. A split-up that was initiated by Two-Face, who wanted to have a solo career. It paid off for him because he has the most successful solo career after joining Kenny's music. The reason behind the breakup is still unknown. Still, speculations are that Kenny's music engineered the exit of Two-Face from the group so they could put Two-Face Idibia on their team for more profitability. Fans suspected that some internal misunderstanding had taken place within the three artists before the spin-off. But the beef started when Two-Face released the popular award-winning African Queen track in 2004. FaZe and Blackface Ninja claimed that the African Queen song was a property of Plantation Boys, hence Two-Face had allegedly stolen the song, releasing it without their approval. FaZe eventually let go as time went, but Blackface kept the beef alive. Although the dysfunctional group reunited in 2007 to produce a new album titled Plan B, the reunion still did not end the rivalry between the boys. Blackface accused Two-Face of theft yet again in 2016 on Twitter, claiming that Tubaba's collaboration with US singer Bridget Kelly, Let Somebody Love You, was written by him. The following year, Blackface also accused Tubaba of doing little to help the music industry grow since the breakup of the group. Tubaba responded immediately by challenging Blackface to make good music if he genuinely has the answer and should stop ranting. Blackface took the tussle to another level when he released his version of African Queen to prove his claims that Two-Face stole the song from him. Both parties finally crushed the age-long beef when they opted for an out-of-court settlement for their alleged battle in 2019. This happened after Blackface had earlier decided to drag Two-Face to court, and Tubaba also filed a 50 million naira defamation suit against Blackface. It's the year 2020 and it doesn't look like this beef has been crushed. Let's just hope that things remain cool between them and they act like senior men, of which is who they are today. Mode 9 and Rugged Man. Considered by some as the biggest Afro-hip-hop drama of all time, this showdown between both hardcore rapper stays on number 2 on our list. A beef that can be compared to Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. beef. It all started when Mode 9 released a diss track in 2008 titled Death Blow 1 that subbed Rugged Man. It is arguably one of Afrobeats' biggest diss songs. It was meant to be a comeback against Rugged Man for his earlier released song back in 2005, when he called out the likes of Idris Abdulkarim, Maintain, and Rasky. The lyrical depth of Modo's track sank heavy punch on Rugged Baba, who wasn't giving up so easily. Mode 9 released another track titled Talking to You, featuring Banky W to diss Rugged Man. Rugged Man did a sophomore album titled Rugged Baba, in which some of the tracks were direct beef on Mode 9, even though he did not mention his name, but his comeback was much felt in his track Wandeko vs Don Jazzy. When you put these two names together, one music group comes to mind. Mohit's record, arguably one of the biggest music record label in Afrobeats history, having the likes of D'banj, Don Jazzy, Wande Coal, The Prince, Dr. Seed, and a few others dominating the industry in the late 2000s. The dynasty's long reign came to an end in 2012 and everyone went their separate ways except that Wande chose to remain with the Don. The beef started in 2013 when Wande Coal released his song Babyface and Don Jazzy expressed his displeasure on Twitter, not understanding why people have to steal his works and make him angry just because he's a nice guy. Wande Coal, in his response to the tweet, attacked the Maven boss and said even if his claim was right, why did he have to rant publicly on Twitter instead of communicating privately with him? He also lamented that Don Jazzy was never satisfied with his progress after leaving his label despite serving him for years. Olamide vs Don Jazzy. This is one beef we won't forget in a hurry. It started on the stage of the Eddies Awards in 2016. The fun fact is both music heads weren't fighting for themselves but rather for their artists. It was a clash of interest about who deserved the next rated award at the Eddies 2016. Lil Kesh, who was under Olamide's YBNL record label, was up against Ricardo Banks, an artist under Don Jazzy's Maven Records, for the award. Apparently, Ricardo Banks won the award and this got Olamide furious. He expressed himself on the award night in a manner that seemed disrespectful to the Maven boss as well as the organizers of the award. He also vented online and threatened Don Jazzy not to enter the mainland street of Lagos. Don Jazzy also threw shades at Olamide that same night, and that really must have stung Bado real hard. Fans of these two artists were really anticipating the aftermath of that night as it seemed the worst was laying in wait. Even former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo tweeted about the beef. Luckily, these two heavyweights were able to settle their dispute shortly after. According to reports, Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, intervened and settled their quarrel, and this bettered the popular hashtag Leave Trash for Lama. Nice vs Rugged Man. This particular beef lasted for about 6 years. The feud started when Nice released his controversial single Once Bitten Twice Shy.
What you did to me last time was bad way. With a millionaire, prostitute every day.
Rumor had it that Nice was referring to Rugged Man as the man he said he caught sleeping with his lover, according to the lyrics of the song. Shortly afterwards, Nice ended his marriage with his wife, Tony Payne. Rugged tried to prove his innocence severally, but social media stood as his worst enemy and blogs headlined news that painted him wrong. Things got dirtier when Nice lambasted Rugged Man, calling him stupid and mischievous fellow on a TV program in Lagos. Rugged Man called Nice severally to clear the air on the rumors of infidelity, but Nice was said to have claimed too busy for the rapper. After finally getting through to Nice on the phone, Rugged Man recorded the conversation and leaked it to the press. That was his vindication, but it was also another reason for Nice to get angrier at him. The beef bettered these songs such as Talk I'm Listening by Nice and A Word Is Enough for the Nice by Rugged Man. After 6 years of the dirty back and forth between these two artists, Nice finally released a statement that Rugged Man never had any illicit affair with his ex-wife. That ended the long episode and both artists came together to record a song titled Religion. Peter vs Paul. No one ever imagined that these two songbirds will ever part ways, especially as twins. The breakup of the most perfect duo Afrobeats had ever seen came as a hard pill to swallow for fans around the world. P-Square was a complete package of the singing and dancing twin brothers, Peter and Paul, but it all turned sour in 2016 when Peter sacked their elder brother Jude Okoye, who was their manager at that time. He had earlier complained about Jude's management skills on the social network and felt it was high time to let him go. This didn't go well for Paul, who took sides with Jude. Peter became Mr. P while Paul chose the name Rude Boy to begin their solo career journey. Few years down the line, they went on social media and announced a comeback, but it didn't last for long. The second phase of the beef was in 2017 when a video of the two brothers along their brother and manager Jude Okoye engaging in a fight at their lawyer's office went viral. In the video, Jude threatened to beat up Peter, who was behind the camera, but that put a final stop to the existence of P-Square.
Peter, shame on you. Peter, boss, say shame on you. Stop it. Boss, say shame on you.
Both artists have been doing well individually in the music industry since their breakup so far. Reminisce versus Vector. The beef between these two rap lords made our number 7 spot on the list. This beef is basically lyrical. It began in 2012 when Reminisce released the smash hit Too Much. In the usual manner of rappers, Reminisce praised himself mostly in the song and Vector felt he had heard enough. So, he fired back through Sauce Kid's track Kitchen Street. Reminisce took up the challenge and in no time dropped a 1-minute diss track titled Ata. Vector followed up with his sophomore album, The Second Coming, and later sealed up his victory with a track called Distraction, where he joined AQ to finish up the business. Kelly Ansem versus MI. The beef between Kelly Ansem and MI lasted for 5 years. It started when MI released a track Fast Money Fast Cars on his Talk About It album. On hearing the song, Kelly Ansem claimed that MI was actually dissing him in the song and made reference to some lines talking about girls and their quest for the rich and famous guys. He also accused MI of disrespecting his boss, Kenny Ogungbe, by calling him Keke the Man in his music. MI went on to release Mogbono Feli Feli remix, and it was still considered a diss track by Kelly. Kelly retaliated with the release of Igwe Come Come track that was directed at MI, D'banj, Wande Cole, and Terry G. Catch Me If You Can followed this time, and Kelly Ansem took a swipe at Kenny Ogungbe and MI. He also released Chocolate Boys to shade the Chocolate City members. MI then released Beef, but wasn't enough to make Kelly back off. The Kenny singer released yet another track called Finish You Boy. With the spread of Magadon Pay by MI, Mr. Incredible earned more points in the brawl. Although it took years for the rappers to put aside their difference, they ended their 5-year-old feud and later performed together on stage during a Carnival festival. Davido versus Wizkid. Obviously the two biggest Afrobeat artists currently, you can as well call them the faces of the industry, but these icons have always been rivals since their rise to fame. Their fans are instrumental to their clash and often argue and make comparisons online about who is better on several levels. Right now, both singers seem to be getting along, but if we take a look at their history, we will discover more than we thought we knew. At some point, it was reported that both artists got physical at each other on a private jet, but the most recent epic drama between them was in 2017 when Wizkid released his album titled Sounds from the Other Side. Davido made a post on his Snapchat to describe the music as pom-pom sounds. Wizkid fired back with a tweet that reads, "You can't hate on someone doing better than you in what you failed at. Learn and appreciate. Free your mind from hate, young kids," with a follow-up tweet that reads, "The game is only for the real," and made the reference to Davido with the phrase, "catch up or stay local." At that time, Wizkid won the Best International Act at the BET Awards, an award Davido was nominated for. Davido threw shades at Wizkid in a song he featured in by Olamide, Summer Body. The line, "With Yankee passport, they say we local, you better catch up, I go see you later," obviously referring to Wizzy. Starboy again traded words with OBO on Twitter saying, "My people, make una remember say Yankee passport no be Baba Blue, e no dey cure frog voice." Fans were all shocked when they decided to settle their differences and were glad they did. MI versus Vector. This might turn out to be the longest unresolved beef on the list. This is because rappers often see themselves as the best, and MI stole the show from Vector with the release of Safe in 2009. Vector then released his debut album in 2010, and fans started comparing both artists. Vector referred to MI as a cool kid. Perhaps that was the term that planted the seed of discord. Vector went on to win the lyricist on the role at the Eddies in 2015 for the hit song King Kong. Not just okay, A popular entertainment blog also rated him high in the list of best rappers. MI wasn't happy with the win and later expressed himself in his diss track titled Not Just OK/Savage. Things got heated up when MI released You Rappers Should Fix Up Your Lives in 2017. The track sounded like a diss to all Nigerian rappers and Vector wasn't left out. MI claimed no one had lived up to expectations to replace him as the #1 rapper in Nigeria. Vector felt MI was wrong for calling out Nigerian rappers in such a manner. The beef even got Casper Novest of South Africa supporting the motion. Both artists became brand ambassadors for Mattel and NSC respectively, and they both led ciphers for their brands. MI was quick to fire shots at the rival brand led by Vector whenever there was a flop, and he made it known that it would have been a better pick than Vector. In the wake of 2019, MI released the cypher track where he featured AQ and Loose Canyon to send a message to Vector. He further expressed his dissatisfaction on Twitter, claiming that Vector doesn't care about the hip-hop culture and that was why the NSC cypher was flopping. In September 2019, MI released Mattel Cypher 2 Purification, and again, he indirectly threw shades at Vector in the track. Vector then made a counter-attack in his diss track The Porge, where he featured Piper Cologne and Vader. MI replied with the diss track The Viper, with ad punchlines against Vector, but Vector took to top gear with another diss track Judas the Rat. Social media fueled the diss more, with fans making comments and judgments as to who did a better diss track. Both rappers are yet to settle their differences last time we checked, and we're waiting for the next line of action from these two. King Patrick vs Davido and Peruzzi. The beef between these three stands as the most recent. What began as a demand for justice by King Patrick, Peruzzi's former boss, ended up with exposing dirty secrets between Peruzzi and Davido's fiancée, Chioma. King Patrick had been dragging the matter since 2018 when he claimed that Peruzzi was still under his Golden Boy Entertainment by contract, so he couldn't have been under DMW. He also claimed that Peruzzi gave songs like Fire, Ada, Ajay, and Mind to Davido, and yet Patrick wasn't paid a dime for songs which he claimed were properties of Golden Boy Entertainment. In 2019, King Patrick posted a long thread of tweets on Twitter he titled #SurvivingPeruzzi to state his own side of the story. Davido responded by posting a diss tweet on his Twitter page, and this provoked Patrick to leak some dirty secrets about Peruzzi and Chioma. In his tweet, he gave us clues that Peruzzi and Chioma, who is alleged to be Peruzzi's distant cousin, were having an affair. This meant a bad time for Davido, as it not only proved rumors of him buying most of his songs to be true, but it also sowed seeds of doubts in his relationship as he and Chioma unfollowed each other briefly on Instagram. A journalist, Kemi Oluloyo, also came up with a Twitter thread supporting Patrick's demand for royalties and added that she will be revealing picture evidence that the Peruzzi and Chioma affair is a true claim. She revealed that Peruzzi and Chioma aren't related. She also dug up her old tweet claiming that Peruzzi was using Chioma to milk Davido's money. Peruzzi later fired back at the Golden Boy Entertainment boss as he claims to have won the case in court. Peruzzi made a mockery of his former boss on Twitter for not winning the case, while Davido, on the other hand, showed a more reserved attitude to the matter as of the time of recording this video. Beef and drama, especially in the Afrobeat industry, is the norm, and without a doubt, there are more brewing and developing because, just as us, artists are mortals and can break rules, cheat, and even steal songs from each other. The good part about beefs is when the artists involved eventually become friends and sometimes make good music together. Their fans, without a doubt, live for that. Is there another beef you think is worth the least but we missed? Which of the beefs above do you think is the biggest so far in Afrobeats history? Drop your opinion on the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Check out our channel for more interesting African stories and news. Also, don't forget to hit the bell sign to be notified anytime we upload a new video so that you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.